Okay, students, here we are again, and we're on page 93, lesson number 3, grammar focus. And the grammar focus is past tense of to be. So that's what we're focusing on in this unit. And so the past tense of to be, remember, was, wasn't, is singular past tense. You see the red box on your screen? Was, wasn't, is singular past tense. I, he, she, it, was or wasn't. Were and weren't is the plural past tense. We, they, you, were or weren't. And so these are the grammar rules that you should write in your writing book. And so just say these after me, all right? Look at the box. Statements with the past of be. Say this after me. I was born in Korea. I wasn't born in the US. You were pretty young. You weren't old. She was 17. She wasn't in college. We were born the same year. We weren't born in the same country. They were born in Korea in 1994. They weren't in the US in 1994. Do you understand these sentences? I was born in Korea, positive. I wasn't born in the US, negative. You were pretty young, positive. You weren't very old, negative. She was 17, positive. She wasn't in college, negative. We were born the same year, positive. We weren't born in the same country, negative. They were born in Korea in 1994. They weren't in the US in 1994. Positive and negative, singular and plural. I was, she was, you were, we were, they were. You have to think. Which pronouns are associated with which past tense to be verbs? Letter A, Melissa is talking about her family. Choose the correct verb form, then compare it with a partner. I'm your partner. All right, so which is the correct one? My family and I was or were? Okay, think. Singular or plural? Are they using plural? Is family singular or is family plural? Family is plural, and so we use were. Family is a plural word, so we use a plural verb. My family and I were all born in Korea. And what's the negative of were? Weren't. We weren't born in the US. The next sentence. I. Is I a singular pronoun or a plural pronoun? It's a singular pronoun, and so we use a singular verb. What's the singular verb? Was. Were is plural, remember? I was born in the city of Incheon. And my brother, okay, is brother singular or plural? Because that will determine if we use a singular or plural verb. Well, brother is a singular noun, and so we use a singular verb, was. My brother was born there too. My parents. Is the word parents singular or plural? Well, if you don't say the final S, it is singular. But the final S is there, and so it's plural. That's why you must say the final S in the word, because it determines whether it's singular or plural. And you could either speaking right or you're speaking wrong. My parents, and so it's a plural noun, and so what's the plural verb? Was or weren't. Wasn't or weren't. Wasn't. I'm sorry, weren't. My parents weren't born in Incheon. They, is they singular or plural? They is singular. And so, I'm sorry, they is plural. I'm sorry. They is plural, and so we need a plural verb. They were born in the capital, Seoul, the capital of South Korea. All right, and so this is, you have to think, singular pronoun, singular noun, or plural pronoun? Plural noun. And that will determine if the verb is singular or plural. And you have to think, am I saying something positive or am I saying something negative? So let's listen to these again. My family and I were all born in Korea. We weren't born in the U.S. I was born in the city of Incheon, and my brother was born there too. My parents weren't born in Incheon. They were born in the capital, Seoul. That's how you say it, Seoul, Korea. Let's go on to the next part. Questions with the past of to be. So say these after me. When were you born? I was born in 1978. Were you born in the U.S.? No, I wasn't. Where were you born? I was born in Korea. Was your brother born in Korea? Yes, he was. What city was he born in? He was born in Incheon. Were your parents born in Incheon? No, they weren't. Where were they born? They were born in Seoul. You should practice saying these again. Remember, you have to think, is it a positive sentence or a negative sentence? Do I use a positive verb or a negative verb? Is it a singular sentence or a plural sentence? Do I use a singular verb or a plural verb? So you have to think. And so I would like to recommend that you read all of this again. We're going to continue to part B, but I would recommend that you read all of this again and think about it. Part B, complete these questions with was or were. Then ask and answer the questions with your partner. So let's just do these together. Were you born in this city? So remember, you, even though it's talking about one person, you is used with a plural verb. You were. Okay, you are, past tense, present tense. So say these after me. And also fill in, complete the sentence. Write in your book or write the sentence. Remember, listen, write, say. Listen, write, say. When you write, it helps you to remember it. And when you write it, say it. Number 2, where were you born? Number 1, were you born in this city? When were you born? Where were your parents born? Don't forget the S, parents. Where were your parents born? Where was your mother born? I'm sorry, when was your mother born? When was your father born? Were you and your family in this city last year? Were you at this school last year? Who was your first English teacher? What nationality was your first English teacher? What was he or she like? So all of these are past tense sentences. They're singular or plural. They're positive or negative. Singular, was. Plural, were. Positive, were. Negative, weren't. Positive, was. Negative, wasn't. Finally, let's look at the years. You see the box on the right? This is how we say the years. When were your grandparents born? 1906. That's how you say it. 1906. That's how we say it in American English. 1906. 1917. 1999. 2000. That's how we say it in American English. Look at the screen. And so these are questions, and I want you to answer the questions with a full sentence. Were you born in Cambodia? And so you answer, you write it. Yes, I was born in Cambodia. You use the proper singular or plural form. All right? When were you born? I was born in the year. Where were your parents born? You can just tell me the province. Where was your mother born? Where was your father born? And so you answer, my parents were born in, and then tell me the province. My mother was born in, my father was born in. Number 6, were you and your parents in Phnom Penh last year? That means, did you live in Phnom Penh last year? Or did you visit Phnom Penh last year? All right, and so you answer, no, me and my parents weren't in Phnom Penh last year. Or you answer positive, yes, me and my parents were in. And number 7, were you in high school last year? That means, did you study in high school last year? Maybe last year you studied grade 12 and now you're in university or you have a job. So, yes, I was in high school. In high school means study. Did you study in high school? Did you attend high school? And we say, were you in high school last year? Yes, I was in high school last year. Or, no, I wasn't in high school last year. All right, and so this is your assignment, is I just want you, all you have to do is write the answers. You don't have to write the questions, write the answers, and then of course, after you listen, after you write, then you record your voice, say them to me very clear, pronouncing the S's and pronouncing the consonants, all right? So I'm waiting. Remember, don't go to the next lesson until you finish the homework for this lesson. That's how we study, all right? See you in the next lesson.